Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me. Hey Tiffany, how you doing? Hey Kishori's Kitchen, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, listen, y'all. We won't be on here long, but I knew that there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about before um, tomorrow for sure. Some of these topics we'll discuss further tomorrow, but y'all, I could not let the day go by without knowing that they okay. I'm gonna give it just a few more minutes and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let me. I know they ain't sending no notification out because I done been live today. I done uploaded 2 videos today. They ain't gonna about tell nobody I'm live. Let me see. Hold on. Let me share this to Patreon. And then we'll get started. Frying me some shrimp and fish. Oh my God. Why do that sound so good? That sounds amazing. You didn't get a notification? Yeah, I've been live all day. Well, I ain't gonna say I've been live all day, but I have gone live a couple times today and uploaded a couple videos. So I know how YouTube do. And I just looked at my analytics and they're interesting. Let me send this to all members. All right. Hey, DDS 1961. What's going on? This is the first live I've caught today. Yeah, I went live super early this morning to talk about Jackie, Christie, and Chantel. Then I uploaded a video about in regards to Pinky Cole. I think I uploaded another video. Maybe that was yesterday I uploaded that other video. I can't remember. But I've been busy today. So let's go ahead and get into the things of the things of the things. Now, the people say, where is the content? Here is the content. Let's get into it, okay? People say, where is the content? Let's get into the content, okay? All right, so first and foremost, y'all, I did upload a video about Pinky Cole's Bentley being stolen. All right, it was stolen right in front of her. She has opened up a new hoagie shop for vegan, for people who are vegan. And while they were having the grand open, while they were having the grand open, the 3 young boys was on them scooters. Y'all know them scooters that they ride around town in. They was on them scooters, got off of those scooters, got into the car, and went on. Listen, y'all around there in Atlanta, y'all can't afford to leave y'all cars unlocked. Y'all can't afford to be rolling down your windows and stuff at no traffic stop. I mean, at no red light or stop sign or anything like that. Okay, Atlanta is not a real place, for real. Okay, y'all know better. Now, Pinky Cole says that her and her husband and the owner of another restaurant there in Atlanta, they were all down, enjoying themselves in the hoagie restaurant and everything like that. And then they look over and they hear a car start, and it is Pinky Cole's Bentley, honey. And so they had ran off with her Bentley. Now, to this day, they don't really know if she got her car back or not. But they did throw some of the belongings. Now, how dumb can you be? This is why I say these don't be nothing but a bunch of dumb young boys. But they threw her belongings, like her wallet and stuff, out in the street. You must didn't know who Pinky Cole was when you stole the car. Okay? Listen, again, I think it's dumb that y'all going around stealing people's Bentleys and cars and stuff to try to, it's stupid. But anyway, and then the same people were accused of stealing high-end cars down to the Atlanta airport, Hartsfield Jackson Airport. So, child, that's that on that. I did do a video on that. It is now up if you would like more details in regards to that. Okay? All right. So let's get into our next piece. Okay, let's get into our next topic. All right, our next topic is going to be about Atlanta housing, y'all. Let's talk about Atlanta housing. Now, this is really sad because I think that this is going to affect a lot of single mothers who are out, single mothers, single fathers who are out here doing they're trying to do the best that they can, needing a little bit of assistance, needing HUD. Unfortunately, they're not passing out vouchers. Well, I don't think they ever passed out vouchers, but you know what I mean. You're not able to get vouchers and all of that. Let me read this article really quick. The Atlanta Housing has issued a memo telling landlords to freeze rent for Section 8 housing, aiming to balance uncertain federal funding while maintaining access to affordable housing. That's how they get you. Keep listening. Another memo went out this week that allows landlords to approve rent increases on a case-by-case basis. But there is a limit of supply of government-subsidized housing, which can make finding somewhere to live extremely difficult. A mother of three, Tanika Thomas, says that she has been trying to use her voucher, but is having a hard time finding a landlord who will accept the voucher. It is very stressful, she said, and although freezing rent may sound like a positive to some worry that they could further limit supply. And I just think that this is a start of them taking housing away. The process is simple math. You look at income and you look at expenses. If your expenses are higher than your income, then you have to consider alternatives to keep your businesses or to keep your business operational. Okay. It goes on to say that Stingmer, he is the president of TI Asset Management. He says that more than 100 units are on Section 8. She says that, She says that the private partners often operate on slim margins and that the federal funding for affordable housing is not always a guarantee. Right now, we're living in some very uncertain times, the CEO of Atlanta Housing, Terry Lee said. Lee said that the Atlanta Housing Authority cuts its budget by $80 million this last year in preparation for potential losses to federal funds. As we look at the climate and the climate of uncertainty we're in, we're also trying to make sure that we make things easier for others, which I don't believe that. But y'all, again, we talk about this big nasty bill that you don't really hear any much more about in the news because everybody's focused on these Epstein files. But that bill is slicing things for housing and all kind of other things because again, they're taking that $80 million cut. I hate that because in a nutshell, again, for people who are looking for housing and who are looking for these things, they can't get it. So it's so unfortunate and it's sad, and I really hate that. I hate that because I know people who are on assistance, and y'all can miss me with a lot of people like to say, "Oh, it's just supposed to help you get on your feet," and that. There are some people out here who really do work hard and they really try their best to really try to make it. And it is sad to see this being stripped away from people who are really trying to make ends meet out here, or people who are and I say people because I don't want to just generalize women. I don't want to just generalize men, but to anybody out here who is on that type of assistance, it can be stripped away at any rate with all of these funding and budget cuts. So y'all, and again, I always want y'all to be in the know of what's going on. I know I have a large following in Atlanta, meaning a lot of people that watch me are in Atlanta. And so I hope that this is help to you guys for you to know what's going on in the news. All right. So let's go ahead and let's switch gears. This morning I did a live video in regards to Jackie, Christie, and Chantel. And I did honestly, I listened to the full interview, but with you guys, I stopped it at a point because Chantel is doing the ultimate gaslighting in that interview. Okay. There's no other way to put it. Chantel is absolutely gaslighting. And what Chantel doesn't realize is what she's doing is she's causing people to really side more so with her mom in these situations, because I really don't think she should have chose the opportunity to speak to Carlos. She says she's been in therapy for 10 years, but baby, you're nowhere near. You're nowhere near. Okay? You know how most people, you can tell if they've been doing the work. You can tell if they've been to therapy because something changes in them just a little bit, just a smudge, just a smidget. And that's not Chantel's testimony. Also, what I want to say about Chantel is, too, in my opinion, y'all have to agree with this, but in my opinion, I feel like she came on the show to get revenge. I don't feel like she came on the show for a purpose of reconciling with her mother, trying to fix things with her mother. She also did say, I did. Hey, Shar, I did. Hey, Mia, I did have shit to do earlier because, child, she was just talking out the side of her neck. But for me, it was the ultimate gaslighting. No accountability, no nothing. I mean, and then in my opinion, Carlos did not hold her accountable at all. And listen, I get what a lot of people gonna say. Oh, should he really be holding her accountable, or should we? In my opinion, the line of questioning was a little bit of what to me it was like coddling type of questioning. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't questioning on why Chantel did what Chantel did. You know what I'm saying? And I think in her mind, she thinks she took accountability by saying, oh yeah, I should have walked out of the door. I shouldn't have turned around and came back. But that's still not accepting any accountability, in my opinion. I don't feel like she accepted any accountability whatsoever, because she went back to my truth. This is my truth and my truth. And this is my truth and my truth. Okay, granted, we're talking about you, so we understand that it's your truth, boo. We get that. We get that. We understand that it's your truth, boo. But I don't. We get it. We get it that it's your truth, boo. But girl, you really, you shouldn't have done that. You just shouldn't have done that. Sit down. Like, I think you got a lot more work to do, baby. And that just ain't it. It just won't it. It won't it. Okay, so listen, y'all. I don't know if Chantel's gonna come back for part B of the season. Y'all, they wearing me out with this A, B, C, D, E, F, G shit. But I get it now, especially with me doing like production. I really understand why they do it. I get it now. I get it now. I get it that it's for budget control. So in case if y'all don't know, I've taken a couple of courses and stuff, and so that was one of the things that I asked my instructor. Oh my God, thank you for your Cash App, boo. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna say Miss Y. Thank you so much for your Cash App. I appreciate it. I was talking to the instructor who was doing the class. This was on one night this week. I think it may have been Monday night. I can't remember. But anyway, I had asked him, what is the purpose of them breaking up seasons like this? And he said that it is for budget structure, and it's for, and I figured that in the beginning. I kind of figured that. This person look like Jay-Z. What's up, Bruce? Well, I mean, it is Jay-Z with a Billy Ray Cyrus wig on. But I talked to him and he did say, I think if you guys remember correctly, and I hate to bring this up because she done moved on, she's doing bigger and better things. But when Winter came down here and talked to us about, her experience on Love and Marriage DC, and how we talked about how she felt like the parts were broken down so that they wouldn't have to pay more. So in a nutshell, that is true. based on the way that they do things, because they do things to save on budgeting, right? And so in the beginning, they get an overall budget. They get an overall budget, but it's easier when you can stretch that budget out for a full year. And when I say a full year, I'm talking like 12 months versus, you know, a 6 month period or a 4 month period. They film for 4 months, then the show airs and all of that, because they're still under contract even after the show airs. So um it is for budget restraints. It's for budget. It's for budgeting. And I just hope and pray that Chantel don't come back. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I don't want Chantel to come back. I don't think she needs to come back. Okay. And hopefully this news about Shawnee allegedly quitting Basketball Wives is true. And hopefully, again, Chantel don't come back. And Brittany either. Keep Brittany going too. I don't like Brittany Renner, and I'm good with Chantel. Okay? And then I watch the show. Well, I don't know about that, because y'all know how I feel about Evelyn too. I don't really care for Evelyn. But anywho. So that's the latest on the Basketball Wives tea. They are supposed to be picking up cameras again to film part B. I'm sure we won't get it until probably around March of next year, if not a little bit later than that. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the latest when it comes to the Diddler honey. All right. So again, the prosecution is wanting to. I get so sick and tired of y'all asking me to pay for a damn article. I'm not paying for nothing. Okay, anyway, the prosecutors are opposing his bail. Okay. They are saying that he is a danger to the community. And y'all, truth be told, I told y'all from the very beginning that that's why I felt like the judge kept denying Diddy's bail. I don't think it had anything to do with all of the other things people thought. I think it solely had to do with the fact that these people are fearing a little bit for their life, I guess, you know, especially the people who testified. Because if you think about it, how many times have we heard, even before this man got into trial or whatever, how many times have we heard about Diddy, you know, being able to do something to hurt somebody or anything like that? And then some of these people have even submitted letters to the judge, basically saying, please do not release him. Y'all know after the verdict came down, Dante wrote a letter. Cassie's attorney wrote a letter. What's her name from Danny Decane? Don wrote a letter. A couple of other people wrote letters too. And so that's my main thought. But y'all know what? Them freak off people, y'all, them freak off men, y'all got a little bit of fame for the little bit of time that y'all could get it. And then now, we ain't heard nothing else from y'all. Y'all got y'all a little bit of few minutes of fame, wanting to come out here, you know what I'm saying? Child. But anyway, so the prosecutors are pretty much saying like, nah. And then on top of that, y'all, they are asking for a maximum of 10 years. I mean, wait, he get a maximum of 10 years, but they're asking for the judge to come down pretty hard on Diddy. And so they're saying between 21 and 27 months in prison. Right, not a peep, Miss Tiffany. That's what I'm talking about right there. Making me have to agree with Jackie 100% is a problem, Chantel. I got to. Babs said Diddy has gotten away with so much. If he is released, he will continue to do harm. Babs, I'm right there with you. I agree. And that's why I have been saying, the people are saying, oh, you know, well, there are, white people who do these crimes and they're granted bail and they get to go home and they get to do these things. But y'all, I think with this Diddy situation, it's a lot different. I think there are a lot of people who are afraid. And those are just the people that we know that submitted letters. We don't know what other stuff has taken place as far as these people's safety. You know what I mean? And so, I just I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But it's going to be very interesting to see. And I'm just going to read this article really quick for you guys. All right. New York prosecutors said that they now expect music mogul Sean Diddy Combs could face could face a prison sentence substantially higher than 4 to 5 years they once thought that he was likely to face after his conviction, or 2 prostitution related charges. They made the observation late Thursday in Manhattan federal court written submission in which they also opposed Combs' request this week to be released on a $50 million dollar bail, which he awaits an October 3rd sentencing. In early July, Combs, 55, was acquitted of racketeering, conspiracy, and ex-trafficking charges, carrying potential life prison terms, but was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, or for arranging for his girlfriends to have male ex-workers to travel to engage in sexual encounters that would be filmed. Each prostitution-related charge carries a potential maximum of 10 years in prison. Prosecutors said that after the verdict that they thought federal sentencing guidelines meant to prevent wide disparities in sentencing for the same crimes, which likely call for a prison term of 4 to 5 years. But they did say on Thursday that they believe that the guidelines range will be substantially higher, raising the risk of Combs to flee. Now, the judge will have a wide latitude in determining a sentence and can choose to ignore the guidelines, which are not mandatory. Combs' lawyers have said that they believe the guidelines, if properly calculated, will call for a 21 to 27 month term. Okay. On the day of the verdict, prosecutors won a bail fight after defense lawyer Mark Agnifilio, y'all know that's Combs' main lawyer, should be freed immediately on bail. Okay. The judge denied the defense's request, saying that Combs had not met the burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence a lack of danger to any person or the community. But he said that Agnifilio could renew the request. In doing so Tuesday, Agnifilio cited that other cases he said were kind of aligned with Combs' conviction, in which defendants were granted bail. And he cited several conditions in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where Combs has been held since September of last year during his arrest. He also said that Combs was being treated unfairly for engaging in swingers lifestyle, in which he and his girlfriend sometimes invited male ex-workers to join them in multi-day marathon of actual performances. Prosecutors said that they're filing on Thursday that Combs' conviction on the prostitution-related counts carried a mandatory requirement that he remain in jail prior to his sentence unless he could prove exceptional circumstances, which they said he cannot. Okay. They said that he should also remain in prison as a danger to the community, a claim Agnifilio disputed in his papers. Sean Diddy Combs has not been violent to anyone. As we said in court, the jury gave him his life back, and he will not squander his second chance at life, nor would he do anything to further jeopardize his 7 children not having a father and 4 of his children not having a parent at all, Agnifilio wrote earlier this week. Agnifilio, you can miss me with that, because when he was doing what he was doing, he had them kids. I'm just saying, when Diddy was out here doing what he was doing, then he had them kids. Okay, not only that, sir, you know what? Agnophilia, you doing what he paying you to do. I can't even be mad. You doing what he paying you to do. But anyway, he wasn't worried about all this stuff right here. And he sure wasn't worried about it because he was getting ready to do another freak off when he was getting arrested. Like, come on now. Prosecutors also said conditions at the federal lockup had improved considerably before Combs was arrested. A federal judge in January of 2024 had blasted conditions at the jail, including its extensive lockdown and medical care. Prosecutors said that cases cited by Agnofilio in which other defendants received bail were not comparable to the crimes that Combs was convicted of carrying out, particularly because of his proximity for violence or proximity to violence. Sorry, the defendant's extensive history of violence and his continued attempt to minimize his recent violent conduct demonstrates his dangerousness and that he is amendable to supervision. They wrote the defendant utterly fails to establish by clear and convincing evidence as required that he does not pose a danger to the community. I told y'all in the beginning that I feel like the situation is the danger that he gives to the community. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so I told y'all in the beginning that I felt like that was going to be the case. I felt like, I felt like that was going to be the case. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our next topic because, again, I want to keep this under an hour. All right, so now, y'all, they're saying, well, first of all, let's talk about it. They moved Maxwell to a Florida prison, y'all. Okay, so they moved Maxwell to a Florida prison. So let's get into this here really quick, y'all, because I thought that this was very interesting. All right, Maxwell, the convicted associate of ex-offender Jeffrey Epstein, has been moved from a Florida prison. Moved from a Florida prison to a facility in Texas. I said that wrong. It's backwards. Okay. Y'all see how these trolls try to come in here and read, and clearly the picture is up there, and y'all see how they trying to read. Anyway, Maxwell, the convicted associate of ex-offender Jeffrey Epstein, has been moved from Florida prison to a new minimum security facility in Texas, authorities have confirmed. The move comes as Maxwell, who is serving a 20-year sentence for ex-trafficking, has pressed the Supreme Court to overturn her conviction while also seeking a pardon from President Donald Trumpisha. Earlier in July, Maxwell held 2 meetings with the U.S. Deputy U.S. Attorney General, the details of which have not been made public. Now, Maxwell has been at the center of controversy surrounding the Trumpisha administration handling of the Epstein files, and reasons for her transfer from the Florida prison are unclear. I believe she's going to get pardoned. I do. I mean, I'm just being honest. While speculation has been that Trump may pardon Maxwell, the White House has previously said that no leniency is being given or discussed. The BBC has contacted the White House for comments on Maxwell's move to Texas. We can confirm that Maxwell is in the custody of the Federal Bureaus of Prison at the federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas. Now, that's the same place where Jen Shaw from Real Housewives of of Salt Lake City. That's where she's at. The BOP said in a statement on Friday. Now, Maxwell's attorney, David Oscar Marcus, confirmed the transfer but declined further comment. In a statement, the family of the late Virginia Guffey, one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, expressed their horror and disgust at what they described as a ooh, 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 preferential treatment, honey. Oh, I agree. They further condemned the move as having been made without any notification to the Maxwell victims. This is the justice system failing victims right before our eyes, the statement said. Well, this ain't no shade, baby, but they've been doing this to us for years. No shade, no tea. They've been doing this to us for years. Let me see. Where was I? The American public should be outraged by the special treatment afforded to a pedo and a criminally charged child ex-offender to be exact. The facility in Bryant is located 100 miles from the Texas capital of Austin. Let's see. Like other federal prison camps, inmates at FPC Bryant are housed in dorms. They're housed in like dorms. I'm telling you, that little camp over there in Bryant, if y'all done seen pictures of Jen Shaw living her best life over there in prison. It ain't like your other prisons. Basically, it's almost the heavens of the prisons there. Okay. All right, let's see. Also housed among is approximately 650 female inmates at the facility is the disgraced CEO Elizabeth Holmes, who is serving an 11-year prison sentence after being found guilty of defrauding investors in her blood testing startup in 2022. By comparison, the facility where Maxwell was housed in Florida, FCI Tallahassee, houses 800 inmates, both men and women. Both facilities are officially deemed as low security federal prisons. Well, if that's the case, why did she leave? Why was she transferred if that's the case? If they're both considered low in security, why was she moved? While discipline is strict at the facility, all prisoners are expected to work. They also have access to foreign language and business classes, can play sports, watch television, and attend religious services. Contact with family members is allowed to video calls, and inmates are permitted visitors during weekends and holidays, according to the prison handbook published by authorities online. Less than a week ago, Maxwell's legal team indicated that she was willing to testify before Congress on what she knows about the case, but only if she is granted strict legal protection. Anyway, earlier in July, she had two meetings with the Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche, who said that he planned to see if she could provide additional information on other people who might have been helped by Epstein to actually abuse girls. Here's what I gotta say. Even if you did have a conversation with them, let me tell you something. You most definitely, Maxwell, you most definitely did this with these girls. You did these things. You set these things up. And so I think you need to just sit there. Okay. After the meetings, he said that he would reveal what he learned at an appropriate time. Maxwell's lawyers has said that she has not made promises or sought anything in exchange. Pressure has been growing on President Trump to release more files related to the Epstein case after he repeatedly promised to do so while on his campaign trail last year. Now, let's keep in mind, and let's speak on Trumpisha now. So what they're saying now is that the files that they are going to release, they are going to redact this man's name out of the files. Now, how many times does this man have to get up and lie to y'all for y'all to understand he ain't nothing but a big flabby ass liar? The man told y'all that there was no files that exist. Then he told you that, oh, well, why he's doing his campaign trial. Oh, the files do exist. But then now all of a sudden they don't exist. But then if the files don't exist, then what in the hell would they be redacting your name for? Can somebody in the back help me out? Can somebody in the back help me out? Because I'm trying to figure out if your name wasn't in, and you just set up and lied to all these MAGA nuts, but if your name was not in those files, then what the hell are we redacting? Anybody? Hello? Anybody here? Anybody here? Anybody here? What are we redacting? Your name has been redacted out of some files that you said didn't exist, and you said that they didn't have your name in them. What are we redacting if both of those things were supposed to be true? What? Y'all. Are y'all there? 110 people. What are y'all doing here? Y'all having a hot dog or something? Are y'all having a hot dog and you can't focus on the chat as well? But no, for real. How? You have set up and lied to these people during your whole campaign, and then now you're saying, or now they're redacting because your name is in it. Like, you can't make this stuff up with this man, y'all. You really can't. He ain't nothing but a straight clown. Y'all. Ain't nothing but a straight clown. Child. Now, this is breaking news, y'all. This is breaking news. This just happened not too long ago. U.S. President Donald Trump said that he would fire the head of the agency charged with publishing some of America's most closely watched economic data after a weaker than expected job report sparked further alarm about his tariff policies. In a post on social media, Trump, without evidence, accused the commissioner, Erica, of manipulating job figures for political reasons. Now, I did see this. I straight up saw this on Instagram, and I thought this is nuts. Okay. The decision shocked Wall Street and raised alarm about White House interference in economic data at a time when many forecasters are predicting that Trump's tariffs will hurt the economy. It has already happened with a lot of people. Now, it came as a global shock. Markets shattered after Trump moved forward with plans to sharply raise tariffs on goods around the world. In the U.S., the three major indexes dropped with the S&P closing at 1.6% lower following earlier sell-offs in Europe and in Asia. Now, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I know what that means. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, now Trump has dismissed concerns about his tariff plans, which he says will boost manufacturing in the U.S. and sorry, y'all. Another ad pulled up. Okay. And on Friday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that employers in the U.S. added just 73,000 jobs in July. Girl, we don't see them where they at. And almost dramatically revised estimates of job growth in May and in June, reportedly 250,000 jobs fewer created than previously thought. And now that's the point that I'm trying to make there. Now, Trump cited the revisions as he announced his decision to fire Miss, what's her name? I don't know how to say her last name. Erica. Girl, y'all, we just live in hell. We just live in hell with this man as the president. We just do, y'all. We do. We live in hell. My God, today. All right. Hey everybody. Hey. What's up, everybody? What's going on? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right. Is that my last topic? Hold on. Let me see. Let me check my title. Hey, Bama girl. Hey everybody. They are doing all of this so that they can buy up the falling stocks while they are low. Exactly. We will pull back the tariffs and the market will go back up and they will become rich. Anything to support the rich to become richer. Anything to support the rich becoming richer. Let me say it again. Anything to support the rich becoming richer. You know? So yeah. Store prices are double, a loaf of bread is double. Yeah. I mean, it's getting ridiculous out here. I know that I saw I'm a bread fanatic. I am such a bread fanatic. Uh I think I grabbed I think it was some of them Hawaiian rolls. I know this sound crazy. But I think I had grabbed some of them Hawaiian rolls, child. Now typically they around like $3, almost $4 a pack, child. They almost $5 now. Okay. And y'all better gonna stock up on your eggs right now while you can because they're gonna go back up too. I'm telling y'all, eggs, milk, bread, eggs, milk, bread, anything dairy, butter, all that stuff about to go up. I'm telling y'all. I have to rob a nigga just to be able to make me some banana pudding. Listen, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And again, they don't care. They do not care. They do not care. Okay, so I have one more thing to talk about when it comes to deportation. So, y'all, they are deporting people that don't look like us over there to Africa. Did y'all hear me? They are reportedly deporting people that don't even look like us over there to Africa. Girl, I cannot. And I told y'all last week. I told y'all last week that this stuff like this was gonna start happening. They didn't care where they sent these people off to at all. They do not care. It's sad. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. I can't. I can't. It is grossly pathetic. Hay in the Bush is recovering from severe dehydration. We have had triple digits here. Oh yes, you need to get you some. Definitely get you some. Stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated. Yeah, stay hydrated. Please. It's pure evil. It's pure evil. It's pure evil. I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't know. It's quite disgusting. It is. It's quite disgusting. But I thought that I'd let you guys know and keep you guys informed. But we'll talk about more of that over on the other channel tomorrow for sure. But I wanted to get my dose of Trumpisha in and my dose of Epstein and my dose of Maxwell because y'all not finna play with us. Hey, Symmetry. Hey, boo. Let me see. Child, I'm waiting for this Simpsons prediction regarding the orange. Child, Brittany, listen. They were very prophetic back in the day. One plane sent to Africa got rejected and sent back to the U.S. Well, that's good. And they need to do all of them like that. Because y'all losing y'all mind. Y'all honestly losing y'all mind, bro. And again, y'all, it's not gonna let up. It's not gonna let up. Every day we're gonna hear something. It's not gonna let up. You know? So anyhow, y'all, I wanted to keep this under an hour. It's just my little Friday rant, honey. I wanted to come around here and talk to you guys about what was going down around here in these USA streets. Okay. Um, for those of you who have blessed the Cash App, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. For those of you who are liked, subscribed, done all of those things, greatly appreciate it. Welcome over here. We do this type of commentary all the time, so we greatly appreciate you. All right. And with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Um, Also, y'all check your local places. If you're having a hard time with back to school supplies and all of that kind of stuff, only if you're having a hard time. Listen, baby, if you can afford them school supplies, please don't take away from people who can't. You know, I hate to say that, but I was looking on TikTok and they're having that discussion that they have every year. You know, mamas and daddies can go out here, get fresh fades, fresh weaves, you know, fresh kicks, fresh tennis shoes, and fresh everything. And then their kids only got one or two shirts for their uniforms and one pair of pants and one pair of shoes and all of the things. You know, they have this debate and they have this discussion every year when school get ready to start. However, here's what I'm going to say. Now, here's what they say. Here's the latest of what they're saying. The latest of what they're saying is if you went to that Beyonce concert, you can afford some school supplies. Now, listen, that ain't none of my business. I ain't the one that said it. But here's what I will say. Please, y'all, I do see it a lot of times where you know that there are people who can definitely afford those things, but then there are people who are absolutely, you know, okay, I'll tell y'all this story. And I'm not doing this to brag and boast at all. I'm not. Okay, y'all know I'm helping nephew get back into school and everything like that. But I was in the store and this lady had $75 worth of school supplies and she had bought a couple of things for her child, right? And yeah, I she was having a phone call conversation, and you could tell the person that she was talking to told her, you know, I ain't gonna be able to help you, and she's in the line getting ready to check out. And she turns around and she tells everybody, y'all, please bear with me for just a minute. You know, I'm having a hard time and I'm getting ready to get all this stuff and I'm getting ready to put it back. And I thought about it and I'm like, Lord, you know I serve a good God. And I know I serve a God who will give me back double fold. So I went ahead and I put back the items that I had. And I went ahead and purchased her child's school supplies. And again, she has some shirts as well for their uniforms. And if I'm not doing this to brag or to boast or to do anything, because the money that I was using to get nephew's stuff, I used it then. But I felt led to, because again, I can get that back. I'm gonna be fine. But I felt led to bless her because I could only imagine not only the embarrassment, but even the feeling of feeling empty, like you cannot provide for your child. I get it. And I get right now, it's a lot going on. It's heavy. It's heavy for a lot of people right now. But there's no way I could have left that store without blessing in some type of way. And so I'm just saying that around this time, I get it. It's hard for a lot of people. But honestly, if you can afford your back to school stuff, if you can afford that stuff, y'all stay out of these free lines. Please, come on now. Let people who actually really need this stuff, let them be the ones in the line. Like, we can't be greedy. We can't be selfish. We can't be like that because, again, there are truly people out here who are trying to make it. And so, again, I'm going to be fine. Nephew's going to be fine. But I had to bless her because, again, I just thought about her putting those things back. And mind you, her child is with her. And I know what that would have looked like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know probably what she would have felt with her child. And so I had to. I had to. So again, prayers out to everybody, because I know like a lot of back to school jamborees and stuff is starting to happen this weekend and next weekend and so forth and on. And so, check your local listings, check your Facebook, check and see if there's any events. This is for the people who may have a hard time right now affording those things. Check your Facebook, check Eventbrite. Sometimes on Eventbrite, they have like you can just go looking, and then sometimes they have like free events that you can go to and stuff like that. And so I just want you guys to be able to, especially for people who don't have it right now. If you need some help, definitely check those things so that you can get the help that you need. Okay. You will be blessed tenfold. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. That's why I say it's okay. It's okay. God got me, because again, I think the biggest thing was the conversation that I could have imagined that she would have had with her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have broke me. That would have broke me if she would have told her kids like, "Oh, we have to come back later and get it," or "I can't get it right now." Like, I don't know. I've seen too many mothers in those type of situations that I just can't do it. So, yeah, God got me. I really believe that. That was so good of you to provide. Thank you. Yeah, I had to again, because I don't know. I guess it's because I've been there. I've had to see my mom sometimes not be able to do certain things. And so again, I just didn't want her to have that conversation with her child. Like I did not. So yeah. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. I'll be live tomorrow morning. I have a couple of events tomorrow as well. So your boy is busy, honey. And I do know that I have a couple of interviews lined up for next week. I believe next week. My first interview is on Wednesday of next week, the 13th. Oh, so it's not next week, it's the week after. So I start interviews for the tour and everything else on the 13th. Y'all, got some good news. Our good girl Sheridan has signed on for the tour, so she will be on tour with us as well. I'm super excited. She will be going to all tour dates with us, and I am excited, bro. I am so excited. I think it's going to be so fun. This tour, baby, we've been working hard. And so I hope to see you guys in the building. Chicago, October the 18th. DC, October the 25th and the 26th. Atlanta is November the 7th through the 9th. Charlotte is November the 16th. And Dallas is December the 7th. I want to see you guys in the building. We are going to have a time. I'm telling y'all. Oh, Symmetry, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I need to see you guys in the building. Make sure you get your tickets. Okay? So that you won't miss out. Okay? All right, y'all. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. Peace.